Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe and click on the notification button so that you will be notified anytime we upload new video content. This channel is all about filmmaking at Filmlord TV. So all the content we will be uploading on this channel is about filmmaking. Meanwhile, my name is Emmanuel Udochukwu. I am a cinematographer and also an editor. I have started filmmaking 2006. That's when I joined Nollywood and I started learning the act of filmmaking. So I learned how to use cameras. I shoot movies. I started shooting professionally 2007. So aside from that, I'm also a professional editor. I edit with Premiere Pro, Final Cut, and also DaVinci Resolve. So on this channel, you will be learning how to edit movies. You will also be learning how to color grade films. So on this channel, we'll be teaching you how to use affordable cameras to get fantastic pictures, cinematic pictures, cinema look, film look, all those looks that is amazing on TV. We'll be teaching you how to get them both with big cameras and small cameras. We'll be teaching you how to use array camera. We'll be teaching you how to use red cameras. We'll be teaching you how to use different models of Canon cameras, Sony cameras. In fact, all the cameras that you know about, this is your plug to learn professionally how to use your cameras. And also, we'll be teaching you how to edit. Most of the time, people get bad picture, not necessarily because the cinematographer on set didn't do justice with their pictures, but when you give it to an editor that is not professional, it will end up coming out with a low quality picture. But we're going to be teaching you here on how to get good pictures even after shooting. Even sometimes when you make some mistakes that you can use editing to correct them. We are going to be teaching you all that. When you have overexposed pictures on set or underexposed picture on set, we are going to be teaching you how to balance your pictures, how to white balance your pictures even after shooting, how to color grade them, how to give them a specific color tune. We are going to be teaching you how to professionally shoot your pictures that it will not be difficult for your editor to get good pictures. Now, this channel is basically for editing and cinematography. If you want to learn how to use camera and to shoot movies, if you want to go into filmmaking professionally, this is your plug. If you want to learn editing from the beginning to professional level, this is your channel. Click on subscribe and also on notification button, because we are going to be uploading a lot of pictures, a lot of videos on this platform. We are going to be teaching you how to use your aperture, how to use your iris, how to do your white balance, how to use your SIO, how to use your camera speed, how to use your camera angle. In fact, we are going to teach you a lot about camera. And when you are done learning here, you can use any type of camera of your choice, because we are going to be relating different cameras from Arri to Red to Sony to Panasonic to Blackmagic to all the cameras that you know about. We are going to be telling you the difference in language, how this work, the difference between aperture and speed, shutter angle, and all that, a variable frame rate. We are going to be teaching you, and even when you want to purchase camera, here we are going to be teaching you also how to buy camera that will satisfy your need as a content creator. Because sometimes some people buy a camera that is of a lower quality than what they needed, and sometimes some people buy a higher quality than what they needed. Because before you purchase camera, you need to understand the kind of content you want to be making in order not to get a kind of quality of camera that maybe you wouldn't have a good computer to bring out, in fact, the best quality of the picture you shot on set. But here we are going to be teaching you, if you want to buy a computer for your editing, we are going to be telling you this is the computer that you are supposed to buy for this kind of content. And for higher quality content, this is the kind of computer you are going to be you are to buy. And we tell you reason why you need this kind of computer to achieve this kind of picture, and why you need the other kind of computer to achieve the other kind of picture. And we also tell you how you can beat down the quality of your footage during editing, but when you're done editing, you export with the highest quality. That when we'll teach you about proxy and all that, how to use proxy, how to use uh, Premiere Pro to, maybe you can break down your footage to 1/4 of the quality during editing. So when you're just done editing, you export the best quality. But some of the computer won't be able to play some footage like 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K of Blackmagic Awesome Mini. But we are going to be teaching you here on how to use Adobe Premiere Pro to pick 1/4 of it, half of it, and edit. When you're done editing, we'll still teach you how to export and get the best quality. Now, some computer cannot even play some footage. Now, another thing we are going to be teaching you on how to use Red Cine to play your footage, even if your system is not of that high quality. How to use DaVinci Resolve Raw to play some footage that normally will not play on your system. So all these things we are going to be bringing to your table. See, here we are going to be teaching you different pictures, different frame rates, different variable frame rate, different frame per second. We are going to be teaching you also what you need to shoot for TV, what format you need to shoot for cinema, what format you need to shoot if your video is going to social media. Because I have seen some of my friends that will end up shooting one heavy quality footage and spend a lot of time to export, to edit. Their system will be dragging, and after everything, they upload it on social media. Now, if you are shooting for social media, you don't necessarily need a high quality camera. You need just normal camera, have a good lighting and good editing. If you upload it on your social media, some of this footage, even if you end up shooting 8K, 12K, when you get to social media, it will beat it down. So what is the essence of wasting time and money to get higher quality? Meanwhile, at the end of the day, it's going to beat down the quality of your footage. So stay tuned here. You will learn a lot about filmmaking. You will learn a lot about editing. You will learn a lot about computers. Anyway, I didn't introduce that part of me to you. I am also an IT expert. So I will be telling you a lot about computer, what to buy and what not to buy. But our focus is filmmaking. So here I'll drop my WhatsApp contact in case you need any information. You can reach me on my social media handle. You can reach me on my WhatsApp. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram, on Twitter. You can also reach me on LinkedIn, Likee, TikTok. Like I have all sort of contacts whereby you can get to me, and also through my website. So you can also get your information firsthand. Even if you are on set, you can send us message. If you are confused, you can always send us message to my WhatsApp, and I will tell you what to do. And if you pay maximum attention to what we are doing here, believe me, you might not necessarily need to spend time going for film school before you start making your movie. I am not telling you or discouraging you for going for film school, but I'm just telling you that here we can teach you how to start. And for those of you that want to buy big camera, buy light, buy all these things before you start making your own content, that era has passed. I will also teach you how to use your uh, your 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 mobile phone to make movies, to make your skit, to make your short movies. See, it's not the time to wait for millions of naira camera before you can start up something. See, we are on the era that you as an artist, you as a podcaster, you as a content creator can start within your reach. Yes, I'm telling you, you can start with your cell phone. Yes, you can make good videos with your cell phone. Let me tell you, most of the skits you see on social media, you see on YouTube, are made with cell phone. So it's only when you're targeting the TV, the big TV screen, or you're targeting cinema and all that, that's when you need those expensive cameras. But if your content is going to social media, my brother, don't wait till you grow gray hair. Just start. Your future is now. Stop waiting. DM me on my social media handle. Send me chat on WhatsApp. Just ask me what to do. I will tell you. I will tell you. I will tell you what to do. I will help you to achieve that which you want to achieve. Once it's anything about filmmaking. And I'll also be telling you how to set up your sound. Maybe you're using Sennheiser, you're using Rode, you're using Zoom recorder, you are using mixer. I will still teach you how to use them. But first of all, we are starting with editing and cinematography. On this platform, any question you have, we are ready to answer that question. Now, aside from that, I'll also be teaching you how to interpret your story with pictures. You know, when you start learning about frames, you start learning about long shot, close up, wide shot, high angle shot, and all that. You know, some of our filmmakers that are not professional go to set and take those shots because they like them. But I'm telling you, when you come to MS2, close up shot, off shoulder, all those shots, the one you need to take is the one that is best that can interpret your story better. It's not all the scenes that you need to take close-up shot. It's not all the scenes that you need to take a long shot or a wide shot. It's not all the scenes that you need to take establishment shot. Then I will tell you when to take establishment shot. Okay, take for instance, let me just give you an example. Like if this is your set and this is the first time on this particular set, you need to take establishment shot because you will be taking other uh, you'll be shooting other scenes in that particular place, and you might not necessarily take establishment shot when you are taking those scenes. But because you've taken your establishment shot, maybe scene one, scene two, on that set, when you're taking like a medium shot, to continue the next scene, people will understand that this particular place that they are watching medium shot is so 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 and so person, maybe like Johnson's house. Now I'm shooting Johnson's house. Johnson's house starts from scene 2. So I have to take an establishment shot. So that in scene 7, when I come back to Johnson's house, I might not necessarily need to establish Johnson's house again. I might just need to take an MS2, a medium shot, to start the film. If MS2 will best interpret that particular scene, then I don't need to go back to establishment shot. I'll just start it. And also I'll be teaching you how to how to level up your tempo when after editing, because sometimes people will be editing, and you find out that when the story is the tension of the story is high, when the story gets intense and you still see people putting establishment shots. You really need to understand this, how to interpret your story. Because when you do that, what it means is that you are beating down the tempo. Some will just waste time and you just beat down the tempo. When it's high, I will teach you how to bring it in. Pam, 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 pam. And the action will just, don't worry, don't worry. Let me not over exaggerate it. But when I start teaching you, you will understand what I'm saying. There's some of the films that you see in the market, you are not enjoying, you watch it and you didn't enjoy it. It's not necessarily because the story is not good. It's not necessarily because the story, the film is not well shot. Sometimes it's the editor that doesn't understand film tempo, using wrong shot in a wrong time. So sometimes you see one particular film, if two editors edit that particular film, you get two different film altogether. You just have two different film on your table, because maybe the other editor is a professional editor and the other one doesn't understand what we call story interpretation. He's just doing what we call cut and join. And that's not what we are teaching you here. What we are teaching you here is professional way to interpret your story on your post-production. So we are going to be teaching you also how to switch shots, because sometimes, let's take for instance, we have like two people having a conversation from the beginning of the scene. At some point you see the third person join them, maybe before the third person comes, the second person will leave before you introduce the third person. And you see some people, they wouldn't know how to switch from one position to the other. Or maybe two people are having conversation and all of a sudden the other person move to the other direction, the other person move to the other direction. Instead of using the camera to just follow the action so that it will be sweet, then it will just be like cut, you reposition your camera and all that. I'm going to teach you. There's a time that you need to reposition your camera, and there's a time you don't necessarily need to reposition your camera. Sometimes you need to, when you have two artists on set, they are making some movement. Sometimes you give a CU and the second artist, you are giving like an MS. Reason that when this artist by your right hand side move to the left hand side, is going to turn into a two shot. But some people just go CU, and when they are done editing the film, the interpretation will be so poor. Because the frames you are supposed to use to edit your film is the one that best interprets your story. I've seen some film that the only thing you see from the beginning of the scene, they will establish the set. The next thing is see you from beginning to end. Sometimes you see them holding a cup, you don't even know where they picked it from. Sometimes you see them drop something, you don't even know where they dropped them. But let me tell you that all those small activities that the writer infused into story is to beautify the story. The activity of a story is needed. That is why you have to get a complete shot on your set, and the editor needs to make use of the shot that best interpret that particular story at that particular point in time. From the beginning, you might decide to start with close-up shots, depending on what you want to interpret. Take, for instance, you're shooting a sad moment. If you take a wide shot, you might not even know that this particular artist on set before introducing another one is sad. But if you start something like from a close-up shot, you see the facial expression, then you can move back to getting other wider shot so that you'll be able to introduce the second artist. You understand? All this thing is what we are going to be teaching you here. I believe you are in the right path. And another thing we are going to be teaching you here is director's shot. You know, sometimes the cinematographer on set, that's the director of photography, sometimes don't work with the story interpretation. They just get you different shots so that the editor will start looking for one that is suitable. Am I telling you that multiple shots are not good? No. But I have edited some film that you end up having multiple shots that didn't interpret the scenes. Yes. Sometimes you need an OSOS. Sometimes you need an MS to interpret the shot. Sometimes you just need a two shot to be able to interpret the shot. Just take, for instance, two artists are facing each other, bombarding each other, and all of a sudden what you're seeing is see you, see you, see you, see you. That's close-up shot, close-up shot, close-up shot, close-up shot. It kills the tempo. It kills the action. But at some point when they are looking at themselves eyeball to eyeball, you need a two shot that will show the both artists' reaction. You can still make use of close-up shot, but not, you have to know how to use all these shots to interpret. Some shots in a particular scene, if it's not there, the story is dead. That particular scene is dead. And the best thing as a cinematographer, as a director of photography, is to give your editor the shot that will that best interpret that scene. You need to learn about shots. Another thing that people don't do most often is proper white balancing. Because it's digital camera, when you turn on the camera, you can just start shooting, and anything you get, your editor have to work on it, your editor will color grade and all that. Yes, I know. One good thing that has happened to filmmaking is color grading softwares. But let me tell you one thing. When you have good pictures on set, it enables your editor to work faster and to get you the best picture. Yes, we can do a lot of things in color grading. We can change a lot of things in color grading. But let me tell you, if you are a colorist, when you see good pictures, after your color grading, even the director of photography will be like, wow, this is good. But when you don't care about white balancing, you don't care about your shutter angle, you don't care about your shutter speed, you don't care about your frame rate. And another thing that people don't use a lot is using frame rates to interpret your story, variable frame rates. Anyways, so many people don't know how to locate slow motion in their cameras. I will teach you in different models of camera, different brands of cameras, how to make use of your slow motion. It's just working with your variable frame rate. And a little mathematics will be there. Maybe you're having 25 over 50 frame uh, 25 over 90, 100, 120, depending on the kind of uh, motion you want to get. But I'm going to be teaching you that. And all the people that are expecting, oh, when I after shooting the video, the editor will infuse the slow motion from editing. Yes, but there is a little that we can do. It's just a little that we can do on editing. The slow motion, you cannot get a proper slow motion or a certain frame rate after editing, after shooting, sorry, after shooting on set. But when you get a proper, when you have a proper shot on set, like when you get the good variable frame rate, maybe like when you want to shoot 90 frames per second or 120, do it on set. Get a camera that can shoot 120. So after editing, it will be superb. You cannot compare what you achieve with slowing your speed on editing with the slow motion that come naturally with the camera. Because sometimes one thing is when you uh, achieve slow motion from editing, first of all, it will kill your audio. Yeah, it will stretch your audio. Oh, meanwhile, some records audio separately, and some cameras also stretch your audio. So, but the best is to shoot your slow motion on camera. It's faster, it's more beautiful. So the details in there are better because what it is stretching the already shot video. But if you give it that space on camera for slow motion, then it's just there. You have what you want. And clearly when it's slammed on your timeline, you'll be like, wow. Basically, people that shoot music video, I think you really need to learn how to use slow motion for your music video, and also on the editing aspect of it. I will be telling you how to edit your slow motion, because sometimes you see some music video when they are slow motion, the footage are slow motion, it still look like the lip syncing are getting it right, whereby others, once you get to slow motion, the story, the sound is now useless. But there's a way you will cut your pictures that if the viewers out there will still be following up with the pictures and singing along with the pictures, because the picture, you will sync it in such a way that it will not be distracting the viewers. Because nowadays, people want to listen to music and sing along with the music. So all that I will be teaching you. I'll be taking time one after the other to teach you. And one thing I will assure you is any topic I'm working on, I will place the title there. Like if I want to work on a camera setup, the content for white balance will be different from the teaching you how to use aperture. It will still be different on teaching you how to use shutter speed, iris, ISO, and so on and so forth. So if you are joining us now, I will urge you to subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button so that you will be notified when I upload new video content. This is your plug. This is where to be. Yeah. The last few minutes I talked about the things that we are going to be learning on my channel. It's not a joke. This is Sennheiser boom mic. So This is the boom mic. We are going to be teaching you how to use boom mic. This is Sennheiser body mic, or you can call it lapel mic. We are going to be teaching you how to use it. This is Canon 5D Mark III. This is Zoom Recorder H8. We are going to be teaching you how to make use of all those channels, how to use it and record sound on set and get the best of sound. Yes, this is the boom mic cable. And most importantly, there's something that people make a lot of mistake about, thereby after getting recording your content on set, some people end up downloading their footage without backing it up. Now, this is hard disk. It's called hard drive. This is another hard drive. This is 4 terabytes. This is 4 terabytes. Now, if I'm making any content, I must have 2 of this. We have different types. We have SSD and we have hard drive. So, do you know why you need to get 2? It's electronics. Anything can happen. Someone can mistakenly drop this or lose it. So when you copy on this particular one, then you back up on this, so that if anything happened to this, you have backup. Yeah, very, very necessary. You don't need to manage this. This is the heart of content creation. If you don't back up your footage, anything can happen. Now, some people, we are in digital age, some people back up online, which is the best to back up online. If you have access to iCloud, you can back up online. Google Drive, there's different platforms that you can back up your content. Okay, this is DaVinci Resolve Studio 12. Now, but what I'm using is Studio 18. Well, I don't have the pack here. So, but this is one of the softwares. You have to get it for your color grading. It's one of the best. And all these things that you are seeing here, we are in partnership with some of this company. So if you are buying through us or through our code, they will give you discount. From camera to different equipment, light equipment, sound equipment, camera equipment, computer. We are in partnership with some of these companies. If you want to get your Magic keyboard and mouse, we are in partnership with them. And so some of the movie equipment, just mention it. Anyone you want to buy, come through our website or through my channel or my social media handle. I'll give you my code. Then you buy through our code and you get a discount. There's no harm in getting a discount for the same quality of what you're purchasing. So how important hard drive is on editing? I can show you multiple drives. I can show you multiple drives. This is different films. For you to be an editor, listen, you need to educate your content creators about this. So, and also you need to understand the speed of this hard disk, because the speed varies. Now, if you want a higher speed of drive, then SSD is one of the fastest. Then that's what we call CFast card. CFast 2 is very fast. So, sometimes people buy computers and feel their computer are not working well. It cannot play this video, it cannot play that video, it cannot play 4K, it cannot play 8K, it cannot play 12K. But it's not necessarily your laptop sometimes. Sometimes it's the hard drive that your footage is in. If the speed it's not up to 4K, then it will not play. You really need to get a higher speed of your hard drive or SSD or CFast so that your footage will be able to play well on your computer. Like this is a M1 Apple system. So what it means is it's supposed to play your videos. Is SSD card that is inside and it's very fast. But if you don't get drives that are as fast as the one inside, it might not be able to play it because it's the speed of this drive that will enable this computer to play. Now, I would recommend one of our partner, Seagate. So, but for you to get the Seagate that has good speed, this is called One Touch Seagate. It's not the same with it's not the same with this. This basic easy storage is like a backup um, version, but this is faster than this. So if I am editing, I would prefer to use this because of the speed. But if I just want to back up and keep in the house, I can get this for a backup. So let me show you the difference when you open the drive. I'm just using this opportunity to teach you some things that will help you. Now, let me see. This is Seagate, this is Seagate. This is backup. This is the main hard drive that has the maximum speed of Seagate drive. So if you don't know all these things and go to the market and they give you this, you might end up saying, I bought Seagate, he bought Seagate, but at the end of the day, mine is playing 4K and yours is not playing 4K because you don't know the difference. So I'm telling you now. And another thing I want to tell you is that this is cheaper than this. So for the people, so for some people that like getting cheap things, feeling that maybe you have deceived the seller or maybe you are a good bargainer, you have to be sure of what you want. Because if not, you have different grades and different speeds. The same with SSD, the same with SD card. And some SD cards that shoot about 300 MB per second. So that kind of SSD can shoot 4K. SD card, so that kind of SD card can shoot 4K. Let me check if I have SD card here. Oh, yes. I have. So okay, so this one is a 170 MB per second. So this 170 MB per second can comfortably shoot HD, some kind of 4K, but some kind of 4K quality like raw or that some it might not be able to shoot it. It might need something like 300 megabytes per second or 500 megabytes per second to enable you shoot a higher quality video. All these little things that I'm showing you now, and lest I forget, it's not must that you get this volume of hard drive. You still have something like this. So this is 2 terabyte. This is 4 terabyte. Then I think this is 1 terabyte. See, 1 terabyte. They are of different categories. But basically, what our partnership is on Seagate. So that's what I'm selling to you because that's what I trust. Uh-huh. Maybe you might have other brands that you have. I can only tell you based on request whether it's good or it's not good. But the one I'm telling you without request is our partner. We only partner with people that are the best in the market because we don't want our audience making mistakes. We work with the best. Yeah, something else I want to teach you. Yes, this is uh, Type C. Type C is a newer version of USB connector. Now, the speed of this Type C is higher than this 3.0. It's higher than this 3.0. It's higher than this. So sometimes all these things contribute on the speed of your footage. Whether your footage will play or not depend on all these things that I'm showing you. Hold on a bit. I will show you new type of USB connector. So look at this. Look at this. Some of you have not seen this, but I'm telling you so that you can purchase it. This is Type C to this type of connector to the hard drive, not Type C to Type C. You can get Type C to this 3.0, and it will enable your speed to be faster than maybe getting a converter that will convert to this, maybe from Type C to Type C to a converter that will convert to this type. And what it does is that when it's direct, the speed is actually higher. All these things I'm telling you is just for you to be able to play your footage comfortably well and edit in a faster mode so that you don't need to be cutting down and all that. You know that this feel when you are editing 4K and you don't have to reduce the quality of the footage. There's this feel that it gives to an editor. You are editing with the raw footage to the highest quality. You are seeing how crystal clear the picture is. It gives you joy that this excitement when you're editing with the real quality. So that's why we get all these things. You buy them to enable you get the feel of your work. Because to me, if I am working with a high speed uh, uh, equipment, it's fun because what it enables me see exactly what I'm doing. Like when you're doing color grading and you have all these things, it enables you color grade with the best quality. So instead of you reducing, sometimes you need to reduce just to enable you play the footage. But when you have access to all these things, you don't need to reduce your quality. Just color grade and get a fantastic picture. And you'll be able to have a playback and be sure that this is exactly what I want. This is what I want. Yeah? This is what I want. Okay? So we'll take our time to explain all these things. The difference between these and these, why you should use this on a particular setting, why you should use this on a particular setting, how to set up this zoom recorder, how to cut down the wind, how to make it come out very clear, how to use like this zoom recorder can actually connect 8 mics. That's why it's called H8. So it's just like a mixer. It's one of a very good one, and our partner too can get a discount if you work with us. And all this company that we'll be working with will still give you their links on our YouTube platform so that you can easily click on it and purchase whatever you want to purchase. You don't some of them you don't really need to call us or anything. Anyone you see their link on our channel, just click on the link. Buy you are getting automatic discount. You're getting automatic discount. So okay, like some of you that are making TikTok video, social media video. This is another body mic. You can call it lapel mic. Look at it. So you don't need to go getting, look at it here. You don't need to spend money getting something like this because it's quite expensive and not that easy to manage. So when you're using your mobile phone to shoot, you can easily plug the transmitter to your phone and clip this on your body and make your video. You can hide it if you want, put it on your singlet inside and make your video. The only thing you need is video and picture. People being able to see your actions and being able to hear you talk. That's it. You know, what I want on this channel is once you have talent, come to my channel. I will give you the simplest way to make videos. I will tell you how to get your video done if you don't have much money. I will tell you how to manage your money, getting your equipment that you can start with. If you have enough money, I can also help you to know the kind of gadgets to get. Like we have some latest equipment that they are innovation. Sorry, we have some equipment that though these companies are producing the latest version of it, the best versions of them. Like take for instance, Array Light. We have Orbiter. Orbiter is the newest um, version of Array Light. Is an LED. It emits higher light ray and it doesn't cause heat. But you have to spend more money to get that. Then we have Aputure. Aputure is a good light. See, when we want to talk about light and all that, I will be showing you all this light and telling you. I'll be making a review of those lights. Like all this equipment, I'll be making reviews on them. Okay, why you should get this, why you should not get this, the price equivalent, the quality. I will tell you where this can get to and stop, and where this can get to and stop, and where also this type of mic can get to and stop. Now you will be able to say, okay, this is how much I have in my account. This is the one I can afford. And from this kind of video that I want to be making, this is the kind of light that my money can afford and I can still make good videos. So what I'm saying is that no matter how much you have, you still have opportunity to make videos and people will appreciate it. The only thing you need is the knowledge to know what to buy at a particular time. Because I've seen some friends that didn't ask questions and they spend all their money buying camera, forgetting that without light, you cannot have good picture. Without sound, your picture is useless. So you don't need to use all your money to buy only camera. You need to divide them. If you don't have even enough money to buy camera, use your cell phone. Buy this kind of lapel mic. I will show you some kind of light that is affordable. you can buy. Then use your phone, your affordable light, then body mic that is cheap, and start something. Because you will have a better and more professional video content when you have all this equipment needed for your video than spending all the money buying only camera. Only camera will not give you good content. Don't even go there. Instead of you buying only camera to make your content, then use your cell phone and buy all this equipment, buy your light, buy your sound. So that way you know that you are not where you want to be yet, but you can start on a good note. Because take for instance, you have camera, you don't have light, you want to shoot interior. You can't even see the artist, and the sound will not be nice. So at the end of the day, the money you spend on camera to me is useless. But if you can spend that same money, get all this small uh, equipment that can help you get a video that people can see, listen to. Because I'll tell you for free that if this room is lit enough, and maybe I don't have the highest or a high quality camera, but it's lit up, I have my sound, then I have my cell phone. Sometimes after making the video, you not even know the kind of camera using making that video. Because one thing you have to remember is that after editing, you can still color grade. And after touching those pictures, it will turn to something else. Mm. Yeah, what else do I have to talk about? Mm. What do I have here? Mm, mm, mm. Okay, you know, just look at this. This is another USB adapter that you can use from Type-C to 3.0. So when you don't have this, you can convert this into this as the 3.0, and you can connect your hard drive. Then, but if you have this Type-C that can be plugged on your computer direct, if your computer have the Type-C USB, then this is faster than this. Because once, as you are converting it, you are reducing the speed. So, okay. So, we are not teaching or elaborating our lesson yet. I'm just trying to introduce you to my channel, and in non-distant time we are going to be taking all these things one after the other. Now, I will also teach you what you need to know about cameras. Now, some cameras that shoot 4K, they only have SD port. Okay. You have to understudy all these things. That 4K SD port, you have to check the speed of that camera. If you can really get SD card higher enough to shoot raw, and still the speed still enough for you. If you need to get a camera that can access SSD, but I will advise you, if you are getting any camera that is shooting from 4K above, try to get camera that can access SSD, that can access CFast card. SSD and CFast card are best for 4K camera, 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K. Then you need those camera that can access those machines. If not, it will be difficult for you. Sometimes you just get SSD, you shoot maybe 500 gig. Before you shoot how many seconds, your card is filled up because the speed is poor, and you need to change the card. And when you check how much you'll be spending getting all those cards, and check the equivalent of getting another camera that can use SSD direct, then you will see the reason why you should get what and the reason why you should not get the other one. And if you are buying this, the new DaVinci Resolve, you don't necessarily need this dongle. So you just need the code on this. Once you put it on your computer, your serial number, then you start working. So this is the old version. If you are getting new software of DaVinci Resolve Studio, don't go for this. Go for a higher one. That's a 18 point, I think 18.4 or something. So, so thank you very much. And again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit on that button. Please, I am begging you, hit on that button. Hit on that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. You will thank me later. Oh. You will thank me later. I am telling you. You will thank me later. Don't worry. When I begin to unleash my knowledge, see, from 2006 to 2022, I've been on research, on learning how to shoot and edit film. It's not roadside education that we are embarking on here. It's professional. And the good thing is I have lots of equipment. So I won't just be talking, I'll be showing you the equipment, showing you how to manipulate them. Then I'll still get the what do I call it, the soft copy of it, so that you can see when I'm talking, you will see the changes that will be going on the camera, the changes that will be going on editing. And like my system here has screen record. Like if I am editing, it can show you what I'm editing. When I'm talking about, okay, this sequence, create sequence, this frame rate that you want to edit with, okay, this is your edit point 1, edit point 2, edit point 3, okay, edit in action, okay, a cut in action, okay, you need this shot, you need a cutting, you need cut away, you need close-up shot, you need MS, you need a wider shot here, you have to establish this scene. All these things I will teach you, I will show you. So it's the combination of practical and theory that we are doing here. And we give you access to asking questions, access to speaking to our experts. And another thing I would want to tell you is that some of our colleagues that will also be coming to teach you something on things on this channel. like makeup, set design, script supervising, costuming, costume design, sound design, how to get your original sound, what the difference between using original sound and using sound from people, some platform that will enable you use sound that is not paid for, some platform that can only allow you to use your own original sound. But I will advise you, anytime you are creating any content, create your own sound. Because most of this search machine or search engine, what they assess your content with is sound. It's critical for you to have your own music. If you don't, maybe after creating content, you upload it on your platform, the next thing you see is that copyright strike on your video. So all this thing is something that I'm going to be teaching you. Because one thing I want you to learn is how to create your content, how to market your content, so that it can get to the final consumer. Because the essence of you creating content is for people to see it. Yes. So there is a whole lot that we are going to be teaching you here. There's a whole lot that you're going to be learning here. There's a whole lot to learn, my brother. So stay tuned. Again, our handle is Film Lord TV. The Lord of the Film is here talking to you. I spent almost how many years from 2006, that's 4 to 20, that's 14 years, 2022, 16 good years learning what I'm teaching you here. So this is the place you are supposed to be. Learn from the professional, learn from experts. Thank you very much. I will see you next week. You're getting our first upload on maybe camera setting or the first thing you need to know as an editor. Thank you very much. Catch you next week.